Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, back again with me Nadia. In this video, I will explain about lab preview 2. Here's the topology. In here, I will do configuration DHCP client, DHCP server, ARP, mode DHCP static, and IP DHCP pool. In here, I use 4 interface, namely Ether 1, Ether 2, Ether 3, and Ether 4, with name Ujian 2 interface and different IP address. Next, the configuration. First, I will do a configuration DHCP client. Open Winbox application, login with MAC address, click connect. In here, I will set identity first with command system identity set name Nadia. Press enter. Next, activate the interface VLAN 1 with interface wireless enable VLAN 1. Next, do a configuration security profile with command interface wireless security profile add name Nadia. Mode, in here I use mode dynamic key. Authentication WPA PSK WPA2 PSK. Unicast Chipper, AS CCM, Group Chipper, AS CCM, and WPA pre-shared key. Password I will use in SSID. WPA2 same password and enter. Enter the command again with interface wireless set VLAN 1 mode station SSID Nadia NBL security profile Nadia. Press enter. Check the status VLAN 1 with interface wireless print. And you can see the interface has been running. Next, I will do a configuration DHCP client. Enter the command IP DHCP client at interface VLAN 1. Press enter. Check with the command IP DHCP client print. As you can see, VLAN 1 status is XI, which means disable invalid. Activate DHCP client VLAN 1 with command IP DHCP client enable number 0. Press enter. Check the status again with IP DHCP client print. And as you can see that the VLAN 1 interface has status is bound and has obtained the IP address automatically, namely 192.168.43.171/24. Also check the IP address list using the command IP address print. You can see that the VLAN 1 interface has got a dynamic IP address from the DHCP server. This is the IP address. Next, do a ping test on the server to ensure that the router is connected to the internet with command ping google.com. And the result is reply, which means the router has successfully connected to the internet. Next, I will do a configuration DHCP server. In here, I use Ether 1, Ether 2, Ether 3, and Ether 4. First, I will add the IP address for each interface that will bias the DHCP server with command IP address add address. IP address I will use is 172.16.10.1/24. Interface Ether 1. Do a same configuration to Ether 2, but change the IP address and change the interface to Ether 2. Again, for Ether 3, change the IP address. Press enter, and let's do a configuration IP address for Ether 4. Change the IP address and change the interface. Press enter. Next, check the result with IP address print. As you can see, the IP address has been successfully added with IP address in Ether 1 is 172.16.10.1/24, and also in Ether 2, Ether 3, and Ether 4. This is IP address. And next, I will do a configuration IP pool, which contain the IP rank of the IP network that we have created using the command IP pool add name. In here, I use name DHCP1 rank. I will use pool client, and the rank is 172.16.10.25 until 172.16.10.35. Press enter. Next, do a configuration IP pool for Ether 2. Change the name DHCP1 to DHCP2, and rank, change the address with 2. Also do same configuration to Ether 3 and Ether 4. Change the name DHCP3. Change the IP address. Press enter. Press enter. After that, check the result of the rank configuration using the command ip pull print. And you can see that we have successfully created an IP pool rank with 10 client and name DHCP1, DHCP2, DHCP3, and DHCP4. Next, make a DHCP server using the address pool that was created and point it to the interface that we created earlier. Enter the command IP DHCP server add name. In here I use name ujian2 either one for name DHCP server. Ujian2 either one address pool DHCP1. This is address pool I will use for either one. Interface either one. Press enter. Do a same configuration of DHCP server to either 2, either 3, and either 4. Change the name. For either 3, and less for either 4. Press enter. Next, create the network IP, gateway IP, then SIP that will given to the client, and enter the netmask that we use is /24 using the command IP DHCP server network add address 172.16.10.1 .0/24 gateway 172.16.10.1 netmask /25. Then as server, in here I will use DNS server IP from Google, namely 8.8.8.8. Press enter. Do a same configuration for either 2, either 3, and either 4. Change the IP address to 20. And press enter. Then check the result with command IP DHCP server network print. And we can see that the IP DHCP network configuration has been successful. After that, check the DHCP server with command IP DHCP server print, and you can see of the status of DHCP server is still X or Disable, which means it's not active. Activate the DHCP server using the command IP DHCP server enable number 0, 1, 2, 3. And here, press enter and check the result again with IP DHCP server print. As you can see, the DHCP server has been active because the sign of X is gone, meaning the DHCP server is active. Next, I will do a test on client. First, open network. Click property. In IPv4, choose obtain an IP address automatically. In here too, click OK. Check the status IP address. As you can see, the IP address has been changed to other one, namely 172.16.10.35. 34. With the default gateway and DHCP server 172.16.10.1 and DNS server 8.8.8.8. Next, I will do a test on client with Ether 2. Move the cable LAN to Ether 2. Click cancel. And in here, this IP address Ether 2 has been changed to 172.16.20.1. Click connect. Check the interface print. In here, I use interface Ether 2. Do a client test with open network. Disable and enable. Check the IP address. As you can see, the IP address has been changed to 172.16.20.34 with default gateway and DHCP server 172.16.20.1. Click close. Next, I will do a test to Ether 3. Move the cable LAN to and change to Ether 3. Refresh. In here, the IP address has been changed to 172.16.30.1. Click connect. Check the interface print. In here, I use Ether 3. After that, do a test on client. Click disable and enable again. After that, check the status network. As you can see, the IP address has been changed to 172.16.30.35. Same with IP address configuration on DHCP server. Next, check on interface Ether 4. Move the cable LAN to Ether 4. I'm sorry. Click refresh. And IP address has been changed to 40.1. Click connect. Do a test on client. Click disable and enable. Enable. And check the status network. Click status detail. In here, IP address has been changed to 172.16.40.34, and default gateway, also DHCP server, has been changed to 172.16.40.1. Then the server 8.8.8.8, and kita close. Next, I will change again the cable LAN to Ether 1. Refresh. Login with MAC address. Click connect. Next, I will do a configuration DHCP with IP static. First, check the IP that has been registered in the DHCP list using the command IP DHCP server list print. And you can see the result is D or dynamic, which means is automatic. Next, I will create a IP static with the command IP DHCP server list MAC static numbers 1 0 1 2 3. Press the enter and check again with IP DHCP server list print, and you can see the status of the IP address has changed to static because there is no G or dynamic sign. After that, I will change the IP address before. In here, IP address is 172.16.10.34, and I will change to IP address to 172.16.10.25 with the command IP DHCP server list set numbers three address 172.16.10.25. Press enter. Do a same configuration to either 2, either 3, and either 4 with IP DHCP server list set number 0 address press enter, and for either 3 number 1 IP address change to 30, press enter, and last for either 4. Number 2 and press enter. Check the result with IP DHCP server list print. As you can see, the IP address has been changed to 25. Next, I will do a configuration ARP. Enter the first, activate the ARP DHCP server by using the command IP DHCP server set number one 0 1 2 3 at ARP yes. Press enter, then check with IP DHCP server print. As you can see, the ARP has been active. After that, check the ARP configuration on the Ether 1, Ether 2, Ether 3, and Ether 4 by using the command interface Ethernet set Ether 1 ARP replay only. Press enter. Click reconnect. Next, I will change the ARP configuration for either 2, either 3, and either 4 with same command is interface Ethernet set either 2, either 3, and either 4 ARP replay only. Press enter and check the result with interface Ethernet print. As you can see, the status of ARP has been changed to replay only. Next, I will check on the client the configuration. First, I will check DHCP static configuration with Open Network. Click Disable and Enable. Check the status. As you can see, the IP address on Ether1 has been changed to 172.16.10.25. Next, I will check IRP configuration with change the IP address to IP static. In here, I use 172.16.10.2. Subnet mask and default gateway 172.16.10.1. Press enter. Click OK. After that, ping the router via CMD to find out whether the client can still connect or not with open ping with command Windows R. Ping gateway .1. And you can see that the result is request timeout, which means that the client cannot connect to the router if using static IP address. If I use IP dynamic, set to IP dynamic, click OK. Ping again to gateway, and the result is replay, which means the client has been connected to the server. Next, I will do a test on Ether2. Move the cable LAN to Ether2. Login with MAC address. Next, I will check configuration DHCP static on network, on client. Click property. Choose obtain an IP address automatically. This is 2. Click OK. And check the status network. As you can see, the IP address has been changed to 172.16.20.25. Same with configuration DHCP IP static. Nah, after that, I will do test on ping to check the configuration IRP. Open CMD, do a ping gateway to Ether2 172.16.10.20.1. Press enter, and the result is replay, which means the router has been connected to internet or server. Next, I will change the IP address to IP static. Click property. IPv4. Use the following IP address. Enter the IP address. In here, I use 172.16.10.20.2 subnet mask /24. Default gateway 172.16.20.1. Klik OK. Check the status network. And the IP address has been changed to 20.2. Do a ping on CMD, ping gateway, and the result is timeout, which means the client can connect to the router because I use IP address static. And you can see on the Winbox, click connect. Use the command IP_ARP print, and the result we can see the IP that used in Ether2 is 172.16.20.24, which means the IP address is dynamic. Next, I will do a test on Ether3. Move the cable LAN to Ether3. Refresh. Login with MAC address and do a test on client. Open network. Click property. Use obtain an IP address automatically. This is 2. Click OK. Check status of IP address. Click disable and enable first. Enable. And check the status of IP address. Click detail. As you can see, the IPv4 address has been changed to 172.16.30.25. Same with configuration IP DHCP static. Next, I will do a test ARP with CMD. Do a ping to gateway Ether3 with 172.16.30.1. Press enter. As you can see, the result is replay, which means the router has been connected to internet. Next, I will change the IP address to IP static. Open network. Click property. Change the IP address to use the following IP address. Enter the IP address. Slice 24. Default gateway. Click OK. Check the status of IP address. In here, IP address is changed to 30.2. Do a ping gateway on CMD. As you can see, the result is request timeout, which means that the client cannot connect to the router if using IP static. Check the list of ARP tables on Winbox. Use the command IP_ARP print. And we can see the IP that used is Ether3 only is 172.16.30.25. And if I change the network to automatically, choose this, okay. Click disable and enable. Check again with IP-ARP print. The status of Ether3 with IP address 172.16.30.25 is HDC, which means DHCP dynamic complete. After that, I will check on interface Ether4. Move again cable LAN port to Ether4. Do a test on client with open network. Do a disable and enable. Check status of IP address. In here you can see the IP address has been changed to 172.16.40.25. Same with IP address on interface Ether4 with configuration IP DHCP. And next, I will check on CMD. Do the test by IP client. Oh no. First, I will do a test with IP dynamic. Do a ping on gateway interface Ether4. Press enter. And the result is replay, which means the client still connect to the router or server. Next, I will change the IP address to IP static with open network. Click property, choose IPv4, use the following IP address, enter the IP address 172.16.40, subnet mask /24, default gateway 172.16.40.1, click OK, and check the status. The IP address has been changed to 40.2. Do a ping on CMD with ping gateway, and the result is request timeout, which means that the client cannot connect to the router if using static IP. If I change the IP address to dynamic, change the IP address, dynamic, click OK. Check the ARP list table with IP ARP print. As you can see the result, the Ether4 is only IP address 172.16.40.25, which is the result of a DHCP server configuration in the form of dynamic IP, marked with HDC flag, which means DHCP dynamic complete. And video of lab preview 2 has been finished. Thank you for watching. I hope this video is useful for you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.